I want to play something. I want to play something because it's going to coincide to what I'm going to say here. Just want to get my thoughts on it and get it out the way. Hold on, because this is really funny.
It's a dream come true to be here in this arena. Thank you all for being here tonight. This is going to be one of the best nights ever in AEW. And we appreciate you all being here tonight. Thank you.
Folks don't care nothing about that shit, man. They don't care nothing about that. Grand Scam. But before I start with Grand Scam, before I start with it, because this show was on another level. Visually, this is what you would like for your show to be. You're seeing all these folks, seeing all these people. Everybody just up, just having a grand old time, just jumping and just hollering and hooting. But it was a scam. It was a scam. This show, if it felt like a pay-per-view because it was meant to be a pay-per-view, but the card was a collision. It is what it is. It was not all that great to me. Now, this man came out there and that man got booed because them folks know a lot of people couldn't get their refunds. He couldn't sell the stadium, so you're stuck with this. But I'll give you credit, Tony. I'll give you a compliment sandwich here. I will give you this. The show looked great. The show looked great. Now, it was a scam because he was calculated. This came on immediately following the All-Star game weekend, the slam dunk, 3-point shootout, whatever the case. It came as soon as it got off. So I want to see these numbers to see what it started and what it finished with. Because if you stayed and you seen all these folks, if you was a wrestling fan, you'd be like, huh, okay. I give you that, Tony. I give you that. But then we go into this show. It started off with your superstar entrance. Osprey. Looks great on TV. Get to the match, and I got taken out of it. Because it's so choreographed. Spots here, spots there. They in the ring doing the Terminator thing. And then you just gonna run like fucking Super Mario and all this shit. Kenny couldn't get over the top rope. Did you see that? He kind of fumbled it, but he recovered it. It was one part in the match, man, and I was just like, bro, really? So they're in the middle of the ring, and then like all four of them are in the ring, and then that's when they do like the trading shots back and forth. I'm like, it just takes me out of it. But this crowd was hot. For it. I do not see what people see in Kyle Fletcher. He should have never cut his hair. I don't know what the fuck a proto star is. It ain't him. Because guess what? They lost. Takeshita lost. Was all this worth it? All that time you building this dude and all this and that. Was it all worth it? The match is choreographed, doing all this flips and shit. If you like that shit, if you like it, then that's fine. That's fine, bro. That's not me. I don't like to look at a stage performance like in theater. And that's exactly what this was. Kenny came in and he got the crowd hot, doing all this Circus Olay shit. And then after the match, they in the back. Kenny is going to go after the international championship, and Will Ospreay is going to go up against Kyle Fletcher again, but this time he's in a steel cage. Do you want to see that? I don't know. Maybe you do. There's a lot of AEW Shields fanboys out there. They be in the comment section saying, think think these companies care about you. I don't fucking care. But this is my opinion. And if you're mad about it, then that is good. I want you to be mad. Drop a comment on there. I don't care. You got the Mercedes Moné. I didn't pay attention to this. I didn't pay attention to it. When I looked up and seen what it was, I just did not pay attention to it. I was just doing other shit. But it looked all right. It looked all right from what I saw. The crowd was all right, into it, whatnot, but Mercedes won. But I did see this. Harley Cameron, she worked her ass off in that match. Now, when I looked up on certain parts, Harley Cameron was holding her own. But it's the same result in the end. They just feeding everybody to Mercedes, and she is not the person to be that way. If she's going to be that way, then she needs to be the women's world champion. She shouldn't be the secondary champion. That title can be on somebody like Harley Cameron, who's talented. I will give that. The girl is talented. And she worked her ass off in the match. She got a good home reception. But guess what? After this, she's going to go nowhere. She's going to go nowhere. Or you'll see her again in like little comedy spots here and there because she got the puppet. She a ventriloquist. They got a fucking puppet. I mean, hey, but it's something. It's something, Tony. I told you, a compliment sandwich. I'm going to give you your props. But guess what? It ain't going to mean nothing because this shit still sorry. It still sucks. Mercedes won, and then she went outside and held the belt up to a Japanese girl who got a title shot. Do you care? Like that's the meaning of this whole experience right now, because it's an experience. It's an experience right now. And Tony is just experiencing with experiences. Then you got the Death Riders, John Moxley and them, man. I mean, this was entertaining to me. This was entertaining. I will give you that. Edge gonna hurt himself trying to do all these death-defying moves, these stunts. You know, he's gonna hurt himself. He ain't learned his lesson yet. They started out hot. I would say this, the crowd was hot during everything, which is nice. But like I said, these folks don't get wrestling like that. And I'm not going to hold that against them. They sold this place out, looked like. But in the match, I was like thinking, when will John get busted open? Because you know what's going to happen. And this is in Australia. So you know what's going to happen. They outside fighting all over the ring, fighting all in the crowd, just walking around, just fighting. There was a spot where John was outside and he had his shirt off, and then he tried to throw it at Jay, but it completely overshot him and he had to sell it. It was so funny. They fighting all in the crowd. You know, they gave these folks what they wanted. These people wanted to see these folks beat the shit out of each other, and that's exactly what they did. That's exactly what they did. Willa Yuta comes out there. More kerfluffle. Marina Shafir hits Adam over the head. Then he gets choked out. I liked the him trying to fight back, all thing like that. Then you got Willa Yuta over there holding Jay White back. Then next thing you know, he just chokes him out. And then you just hear a chorus of boos. And this is the challenger for the AEW World title. I don't know what you're watching. I mean, if you like this stuff, I mean, it's good for you. But this match if you like this, I'll admit, for a match like this to have all the chaos and carnage, it was very entertaining. But in the end, it made Moxley look strong. I gotta give him the credit, even though I didn't like the finish. I liked some aspects of it. But then you just gotta hear a chorus of boos, bro. Like, and they're just like booing, like it's not like a boo, like, boo the heel. No, it's like boo this shit. More booking decisions on this show that was just like certain people that deserve to be in different spots, man. Just. And then you had Okada going one-on-one with Buddy Murphy. Buddy Matthews, whatever the case. I gotta give you a compliment sandwich here, Tony. This is where the we kicked in. This match right here with Okada and Buddy was the match of the night for me. This was terrific. You have to go out your way and watch it. It was atmosphere was right. This man is in his home country. Everything. The near falls was great. He even did Rhea Ripley's submission, which got a big pop. He did like a Falcon arrow into a jackhammer. And I was like, he's finna do it. This place is finna go crazy. Kick out. Then you throw in a Uno reverse card. He grabs the ref. And then he low blows the guy and then hits the Rainmaker and beats him. I don't understand. The match was great. I just would have liked it for Buddy to get the win here. Because now you're dealing with losers. You see what I'm saying? This guy is in trouble. He doesn't know how to book. And now Buddy Murphy is just gonna just go off. This man was just beaten in it. And then they just went along with the program. Hey, this is what they're gonna give you next week. Like, no respect for this man. This man has been dealt a bad hand here. And he just steady just getting walked on. Can't this man get a win? Now, do you want to see him again? To the people that's in the comment sections who talks about, who comes after me, would you want to see him again now? This man been beaten left and right here. And he's been beaten again. He got beat in the tag match to lead up to this. And then he gets beat again here in his home country. What are we doing here? And there's no defending this. This would have been a great place to give this man the title. This would have been a great place. Now Okada's just gonna go off and go fuck with some more people in the playground. He's gonna go fuck with some more people in the playground because that's all what this place is a fucking playground. You may lose people in the playground. People may want to go play in some other folks' playground. This is exactly what it is over here. Now where's Buddy gonna go? Gonna go back to a beaten tag team. This is what I'm saying. FTR, they fall into the same category. Private Party, you'll never see them again. You'll never see them again. If I was in Australia, I would have had the Hurt Syndicate out here some way, somehow. They were nowhere. This is what I mean by this guy is in trouble. But a lot of people will be like, but the matches were good. The matches were good. How long can that last? How long can that last? Look at these ratings here. Did you see the ratings for this past Dynamite? And people want to defend it. But it's about the multi-million-dollar deal they got. You think these people are just going to sit back for so long and see these numbers like this before they interject in here. You think that's going to last? Grand scam. But the show was hot. I don't understand. But the decision on the show was just like, it's grand scam, baby. It's grand scam. But it was beautifully shot. I got to give you a compliment sandwich, Tony. But it was just for this night. Because you had a full house and it looked great. It looked like a wrestling show. Now I can talk about this. Now I can feel I can talk about AEW, but guess what? You're going to go back to the rinky-dink shack chicken coop arenas you always been going to. So how does that feel? So then you got your main event. Your main event for the night, Mariah May. Let me tell you something about Mariah May. She looks like a star. This is my opinion. She looks like a star. But it doesn't back up in the ring to me. I don't think she has it. I think she's clunky. I just don't see it. I don't know what it is. I just don't see it. So she was in the ring and she was looking up, and then like next thing you know, you just see this bald guy with glasses and he's telling everybody to shush. I don't know who this is. Oh, it's Luther. It's Luther. Yeah. So then, you know, you see Tony Storm's little retro theme and Tony Time, thick Tony. Have you seen the way this woman looked on the last, like, Dynamite? God dang. So she makes her grand entrance, as she should. She's from there also. She's from somewhere over there. Isn't she from, like, New Zealand? And she moved there or something like that? I don't know, but she's from over there. She comes out, Marilyn Monroe. Beautiful. Timeless Tony Storm. I'm sitting there thinking, is this woman going to win this title tonight? Because the women's division in AEW, it is down. It is terrible. Because there's no one there. You haven't seen no one. You haven't seen what they can do. Where's Deonna Purrazzo? Where are these women? You've never seen them. And then you just see the same women that they just recycle. Queen Aminata. The Asian girls that you see all sprinkled into the crowd. Where's Riho? You see what I'm saying? But then they'll drag her in here thinking that she gonna draw something, and she ain't drawing nothing. You know what I would have done here? I would have had your girl Megan Bain have an impromptu squash match on here to get her over. The match was all right. These women fought hard. I will give them that. I could not just get over just how impressed I was by Maria. I will admit, I gave her some flack there, but she worked hard tonight. She did a Michinoku driver on this woman on the outside that looked like it hurt. It just looked so, it looked like she just slammed her when she came down. Slammed her so hard the girl leg was shaking. So the match goes on. She gives her like a running thing to the corner, and then Tony reversed it, and then she gave her the same slam that she gave her outside. Got a 2 count. So then they were on the top rope, and she gave her a kiss. Then Tony reversed it into a power bomb. Picked her up, and then gave her the pile driver, and then she rolled out the ring. And then when she rolled out the ring, she just grabbed her by the hand. I like stuff like that. The drama. the intrigue. But the finish was so fucking flat. It was so fucking flat. Disappointment, Tony. Match was fine. I'm fine with. She won the title. The right woman won. But that finish. And you just rolled her up. Uno reverse card. And now she's the champion. Grand fucking scam. Tony, I got to give you a B+. I can't believe it. You scammed these people who were there tonight. You have succeeded. You have succeeded, Tony. I got to give you a B+. The show was entertaining. It was entertaining, man. Gave the girl a fucking roll up. And then she won the title. Not a 1, 2, 3. She couldn't just hit all these other big time moves in this little match to win the title. Tony, you had a nice crowd there. Now, if the ratings go up next week, then this show would be a success. It'll be a success. But if the ratings for next week Dynamite don't draw any numbers in and you don't get like an after pay-per-view bump, then this would have been a failure. This should have never happened. I don't even think that this should have happened over there. This should have happened over in Des Moines, Iowa or something like that. I don't know. But it shouldn't have happened over there. But this is the first gamble that Tony has taken. This is the first gamble that Tony has taken to counter that he's in trouble. This is the first counter. And it was a good attempt, Tony. I got to give you that. I got to give you that, Tony. It was a B+ show, despite all of its flaws. But that crowds make a difference. Then they will put up with this. But we will see if your gamble has paid off. It was a good attempt. It was a good show. But we'll see. The main event was just flat. It was such a flat finish. I hate flat finishes like this. The crowd was into it. They would have popped more if it was a definitive win and not a roll-up win.